a site like here is a pretty good spot to look, which is why Ann is up there. And we're gonna go check out this other site. But when you get to a site, you kind of want to approach it from kind of where you're likely to not mess up fossils, and then slowly work your way into where the fossils are. And so all of this real fine grain kind of grays and reds and purples and all these colors, this is where we're going to look for the fossils in this kind of stuff. And so what you do, I mean, most of the time we're looking for small stuff, and so best thing to do is kind of start at the bottom of the slope and kind of keep an eye out for little pieces of bone. You've all seen what bone looks like now. Little pieces of enamel from teeth is a big thing. Kind of work your way along the base of a slope, or if there's just a tiny little gully, that's often a good place to look for stuff, because erosion will sort of tend to move things downhill, and you can often trace those things back uphill and find where they're weathering out, and hopefully, you know, it's not damaged too much. If you get to a point like that, or if you find a place where you're finding lots of little pieces of bone, the best thing to do is get down on your hands and knees and just try and get your face close to the ground and just work your way over. And it'll look pretty silly because we'll all be crawling around, but that's how you find the good stuff. If you find something, we've got vials and toilet paper and stuff like that to wrap it up. So if you think you found something good, don't just pick it up and bring it to us. Shout out to sparkle, like Wall said, that's one thing that's really prevalent out here. And if you're finding gar scales, it's likely you're going to find teeth and other small things. Why? And those little scales preserve, so it's obvious that other small things are going to preserve as well. So the gar scales have an enamel surface like teeth do, and so they tend to be black and shiny on one side, and they'll glint in the sun. And sometimes, look, if you see a little glint, what you're actually seeing is a reflection off tooth enamel.
Okay. Tread lightly. Walk down here and look around a little bit while we wait on Ann to catch up. And if she doesn't show up in an hour or two, we'll go see what amazing things she's been finding. All right, questions? Okay. The good news, myself and 2 others eventually will hike back up the tracks and bring them at least this far. And so if we find that big set of bones, we don't have to carry it all the way back to the truck. More often than not, we do.
Sick. Or if we load up on some matrix or so, then I find something good.
Yep,
I get back up that hill.
we got soldiers in the group. They're used to rucksacks, 100 pounds, 10-mile hikes. It'll be a breeze for them. Probably make 10 or 12 trips for them. In a day. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, she got something.
Yes.
We got some birds.
Cool.
You got anything?
We're just now starting to look.
Alright.
So just pick a spot, a little slope, start at the base like you did.
What, don't need us.
Grab the bone, shiny thing.
Fall down the hill.